क्रैक करने का।
हाँ जी।
उसके बाद मैंने मॉडलिंग करी।
हाँ जी।
मॉडलिंग में भी बहुत अच्छा मेरे को मिला, अवार्ड्स मिले उसमें भी।
हाँ।
कराटे में मैं ब्लैक बेल्ट। उसके बाद स्विमिंग भी करी मैंने। स्विमिंग में 16 फीट डीप में स्विमिंग कर लेता हूँ मैं।
हाँ जी।
उसके बाद राइफल शूटिंग भी करी और इन सब में मेरा नाम दर्ज है वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड, वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड इंडिया, इंडिया बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड, इंटरनेशनल बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड, कलाम बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड, एशिया बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड, इंटरनेशनल बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड, इन सब में मेरा नाम दर्ज है। कर्मवीर चक्र मिलता है जो अच्छे कर्म करते हैं, समाज के लिए, दुनिया के लिए अच्छा करते हैं और जो अपने कर्मों से, अपने काम से लोगों को मोटिवेट करते हैं, लोगों को प्रोत्साहित करते हैं। Good afternoon, all present here. Myself Varshit Saini.
You got to speak into the mic. Please put the mic on.
Hello. Good evening, everyone present here. Myself Varshit Saini. I study in class 11th Humanities in Delhi Public School, Ambala, Haryana. So, I have broken 9 major records in the field of IT computers, karate. I am the youngest to clear IT international certifications and I am a black belt holder in karate. I also do rifle shooting, swimming, modeling, and yeah, I am a handsome man also. My name is also listed in many prestigious books like World Book of Record, International Book of Record, World Book of Record India, Asia Book of Records, India Book of Record, and Kalam Book of Records. So this is the second time that I am attending the Rex Karmaveer Chakra Award. And here I met many inspiring personalities who motivated me to do good things for the betterment of society and to make this world a better place. So thank you to ma'am and Jerry sir for giving me this stage. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Arshil. Thank you. We'll have one more open mic before we pull in our next speaker. Yes, ma'am, come. Okay, you also want to speak? She's a curated speaker, so she'll speak later. Yeah. Yes, please do that. No attendance, no award. The whole idea of this forum, the reason we do the 2-day forum is because you're not just learning from me or from the videos that we show you. We are learning by osmosis, we are learning from each other. You are free to disagree with whatever anybody is saying. And you can come to me and say truth is perception. But truth is not perception. Truth is reality. Truth is a principle.
Thank you.
Right? All of you are Indian citizens. How many of you are Indian citizens over here? Okay, very good. Mera Desh Mahan, I am a patriot. How many of you know the motto of India? Motto statement of India. What is the motto statement? How many of you know your fundamental rights? How many of you know your fundamental duties? If you put your hand up, I'll ask questions. Huh? Mera Desh Mahan, patriot. There are only 2 days in the year when I don't step out of my house. 2 days. Even if people pay me 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs to come and do a speech, I say no. Which are the 2 days? 15th August and 26th January. I don't step out of my house. I don't even go over the building, the apartment block function. I have not stopped my children. I say, you go. It's okay. Right? Why I don't go? We sing the national anthem, hoist the flag, and then Bollywood ke gaane. Mere desh ki dharti, sandesh se aate hain. That's patriotism for us. Nobody speaks about the fundamental rights. Nobody speaks about the fundamental duties. When they don't know, how will they speak? Yes or no? That's why we do it on the 26th. The whole idea of this forum is to make you think. So it's provocative. It is provocative. We will provoke. Because people are not thinking. Voltaire said centuries ago, 400 years ago, he said common sense is uncommon. In today's day and age, common sense is rare. People don't use their common sense. They may be very intelligent, but intelligence is not wisdom. So you've got to see the real picture because the truth is not perception. Yes, the motto of India is Satyameva Jayate, only the truth will triumph. Show me the truth in India. You will only see it on Republic TV with Arnab Goswami. That is the truth. Yes or no? Ultimate truth. So the truth is the reality of a situation. What is recorded as a fact, what is documented is the truth. When we don't see that, we don't want to see that because we live with the unconscious and conscious biases. It is what Anais Nin says. She says, we do not see the world the way it is. We see the world the way we are. From our indoctrination. I was indoctrinated from childhood to think that Christianity is the best religion. Till the time I started questioning my mom, that why do you keep telling me this? Christianity is the best religion. Because just by saying that, you're sowing the seeds of discrimination in me. So she was teaching me her indoctrination that happened to her as a child. And she believes it. I don't want to believe it. Christianity is as good or as bad as any other religion. It has its plus points, it has its minuses. So don't teach me that. Right? Our indoctrination, that becomes a bias till you challenge that thinking. If you're not challenging that thinking, you'll live with that bias for your entire life. That's why. That is what. Yeah. We'll do that. I know. Yeah. Thank you so much. Right? So keep an open mind. Learn from each other. We are here to learn from each other. I'm going to learn a lot from all of you. That's the whole idea. Yeah. Someone came and told me that Jesus Christ's teaching is not only forgiveness, it is also sacrifice. I said, thank you for adding to my learning. So let's keep an open mind. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Katie Bagley. I'm a children's author, and I'm also part of Jane Goodall Institute, India. And last week, we in Mumbai had the fortune of having Dr. Jane Goodall coming to Mumbai all the way on her 90th birthday. Many of you must be knowing about her. She's a world-renowned primatologist, a UN messenger of peace, and also world-famous environmentalist. And on the fourth day, the last day, we took her to Sanjay Gandhi National Park, which is a forest in the backyard of Mumbai. And she went to the rescue center where the leopards were. So I'd like to share my experience watching her. She was there outside the enclosure. There were 2 leopards, and they were very aggressive. They were snarling at us, grimacing at us. And she was there, and she was talking to them, whispering something to them. And we couldn't hear what she was saying. But after some time, it seemed to calm the animals. One of the leopards actually lay on its back, with its paws in the air, asking her to pat it. And the other leopard got jealous, came and tried to push it away. So it was very touching to see, and this is what brought out her years of study with the chimpanzees. She learned that animals can communicate, animals have affection, and animals have emotions. I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. We'll have one more open mic if anyone wants to speak on the open mic. Yes, all right, ma'am, come. So we have 2, both of you can come forward and then you can also come, ma'am. There are 2 mics over there. Whoever reaches the mic first speaks first.
How much time?
2 minutes.
Maggie noodle 2 minutes?
Sorry?
Maggie noodle 2 minutes?
If you want to cook them, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Coming from all different parts of India, I don't know where all. It's my first time here, very excited. I want to just ask a very simple question. We were talking about mental health just before the break. How are you? How often do we ask, how are you? To our friends, to our neighbors, to those around us. We can speak for hours together, read self-help books, but the basic question we don't ask. The next door person is craving for company, is craving to be asked, craving for a touch, craving for a look. We're all busy on our phone. How often do we ask, how are you? I leave you with this note. Ask yourself, how often have you called up your friends in your phone list and asked them, just no agenda, how are you? We talk of mental health. Let's begin with, how are you? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi,
everybody.
To the mic, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Anko Bhagat, and I'm from Tamil Nadu. We have been on a mission on giving clear vision to children, free of cost. But today I would like to stay. Somebody told me, some NGOs told me, government, we don't want money, we want services. And I told them, sir, okay, we are coming for service. We'll give the free specs, we'll do everything for the children. Because in COVID, something changed in my mind. We were all online. The children were studying so much online. Their eyes, 80% children, they have damaged their eyes without knowing that they have damaged it. Their future in next 6 or 7 years, it's going to be dark. And this is a fact. So we have been trying to change that from the base level. So this was with this motive we went on. But I want to show another side of service, what we face. Are they ready to take the service? We worked 1 month religiously to convince the parents to let them wear specs. -14, -10, the children are suffering from and they don't know it. They can't see the blackboard, they can't see anything, but still they're not ready to wear the specs. Why? Their girlfriend will go away. Their parents are saying, "Hamari beti ka shadi kaise hoga?" We will not let them wear specs. So this is the other side. So another task starts. Convincing the parents, convincing the children, and it takes us almost first 1 month to organize things, 1 month to convince the children. So I would like to, wherever you are, please go to the ground level and convince the parents that what is necessity for children, please work for it. Me and my husband are working on this ground level, so it's really difficult to get them convinced. See the other side of service also. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you for those brilliant insights. So we have some brilliant speakers lined up now before lunchtime. We have Chandni Bhattacharya. She's right in the front. Please sit, I'll call you. After which we have Raghuveer Nandam. Then Prachi Kaushik. Prachi, where are you? All right, you're here. Okay. And we have Chandni I've spoken about. Nitya Prakash, I met you, so you're here. Okay. And then Shekhar Vijayan. Okay. Debanjali Adhikari. All right. And then we have Shakil Ahmed before lunch. Yes, Shakil, I see you. Okay, so we'll go with our next speaker, Chandni Bhattacharya. Please come up.
So hello everyone. First of all, thank you so much for this biggest opportunity for me. I like sir. So मैं start करूँगी एक line से. A storm in her eyes, a fire in her soul. तो सबकी लाइफ की डिफरेंट कहानी होती है, तो वैसे ही मेरी भी लाइफ की कुछ डिफरेंट कहानी है. When I was 13 years old, I pushed in trade of sex trafficking. So by one of my family member, suddenly मेरी लाइफ में डार्कनेस सा छा गया था. There is no hope. मेरी स्टडी छूट गई. बस मैं एकदम ट्रोमा में चली गई थी. बट आखिर में वो दिन आ ही गया था जब मेरा रेस्क्यू हुआ. ऐसा लगा कि मेरा शायद दूसरा जन्म हुआ है. मुझे लोगों पे वापस ट्रस्ट होने लगा. सो अब मैं जॉब करती हूँ और साथ ही एजुकेशन भी करती हूँ. बैचलर ऑफ सोशल वर्कर में मेरा फर्स्ट ईयर चल रहा है. और मैं एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जॉब भी करती हूँ जहाँ पे डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट है. प्रोजेक्ट समर्थन, जहाँ सर्वाइवर्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलता है कुछ बनने के लिए, कुछ न्यू स्किल्स सीखने के लिए, जो जहाँ पे उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव है लर्निंग एंड अर्निंग. तो वहाँ पे लोग सीखते हैं और अर्न करते हैं. हमारी एक सर्वाइवर है जिसको अभी तक 1 लाख तक की अर्निंग की है. अब कम टू बैक माई गोल. मेरी सबसे बड़ी ड्रीम है कि मुझे एक मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर बनना है. उन लाखों लड़कियों की वॉइस बनना है, उनकी राइट्स के लिए लड़ना है. देयर इज़ नो स्टॉप, हमें कोई नहीं रोक सकता आगे बढ़ने से। जो हो गया वो हो गया, अभी हमें आगे बढ़ना है। एक चीज़ है, मैं सबको थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगी स्टार्ट से एंड तक, जिन्होंने मेरी मदद की है यहाँ तक आने के लिए। अगर हम एक लैम्प पे समझ लिया, अगर हर कोई लैम्प बना तो देयर इज़ नो डार्कनेस, देयर इज़ नो डार्कनेस। एक छोटा सा 2 लाइन का पॉइंट है कि हमेशा 3 लोग को कभी नहीं भूलना है, जो हमें बुरे समय में डाला था, जो हमें बुरे समय में साथ दिया था और जिसने हमें निकाला। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Chandni, and thank you for sharing that story with all candor and integrity and courage. Okay, so Chandni, we'll train you to become a motivational speaker, and we should include her in the Mojosh Magnificent Seven. Yes, yes. Okay, so we move ahead with our next speaker. We have Raghuveer Nandam. Raghuveer, 6 minutes.
Namaste to all. I am Raghuveer. I'm a farmer and I'm a seed saver. Actually, what happened is during the Corona time, so I tasted a rice called red rice variety. It's called Navara. It's from Kerala. So after eating that rice, my mother is having the diabetes actually. So after eating that rice, the sugar levels has controlled because it has lot of fiber. This is indigenous variety. So after Green Revolution, we have lost all the native varieties. When South India, the staple food is rice. We have in 1940 or 1950 recorded, we have 1,10,000 rice varieties. No two varieties are same. Here so many people are sitting, no two people are same, right? Like that, there are so many land races are there. So these varieties evolved according to the different land types of India. So we have salt-tolerant varieties, flood-tolerant varieties, drought-tolerant varieties, but nobody knows. Even I don't know. I did my master's from British Pilani. Even I don't know. I think that I'm a very intelligent person. So I'm a topper in the college, school, but I don't know what I'm eating. My staple food is rice. So till Corona time, so till 1920 at that time, I don't know what I'm eating. It's white rice, brown rice. That is my knowledge. But after eating that red rice, I started researching what are the available varieties. In India, still we have 5,000 varieties available. 5,000 rice varieties. No two varieties are the same. So I started collecting the varieties, and we have a small land, 1.5 acre land. So our own land, but we are not doing any farming. We have given to some other people, they are giving money. But after this, eating this rice, I started doing farming. Basically, I'm from a software background. So now we have 250 varieties. So you may ask me, why are you crazy? Why you are growing 250 varieties? Because these 250 varieties are highly climate resilient. When you say climate resilient, we have salt tolerant varieties, where we have in salt tolerant, no crops will grow. The farmers will leave the field like that. So, but in our collection, we have so many salt tolerant varieties. They perform very well in the salt water, and they are highly aromatic. So they take aroma from the salt, and it will give in the seed actually. So like that, right now we are conserving these varieties. Actually, what happened is in India, farmers are majorly they are looted by so many people. In farming, last year we have a great farmer here from Andhra Pradesh. It's called Narayanappa. He is doing natural farming, but everybody is doing natural farming. But the seed, the core of the farming seed is not getting the properly. It is not available to the farmers. So everybody is selling, everybody is doing business out of seed business. But we in our seed bank, we formed a movement called One Seed Revolution, Community Seed Bank. Here we don't sell seeds. We don't sell, we don't buy. We have a farmers of 40 people in different climate zones, drought tolerant area, uplands, lowland, medium land, salt tolerant. We formed a group. Everybody should not sell the seed. That is a motto to join in our group. Now we are giving seeds for free. last year we have given seed to one tribal farmer in Andhra Pradesh. Previously, we think that tribals are still growing native varieties now. That is not the case. Please go and even in your area, all are converted to hybrid varieties. So, but last year we have given some 1 kilo variety to this tribal farmer, and he has grown this variety along with hybrid variety. Last year we have serious flood, drought in our area. So not even a single rain was done. So this native variety was growing very well, but hybrid variety was gone. So this year he is growing all native varieties because we have given the seed and he has known the property of the climate resilience. So now this is the change we have made actually. So whenever I go to some meetings, forums and meetings, everybody will talk so many things. But even in meetings, before starting seed conservation, I used to talk many things. But one farmer told me, why you are saying, please do it. Then I started doing, and this is a change. We bought it, and we may not change entire world, but we have changed a small moment in Andhra and Telangana. Everybody knows about our movement, One Seed Revolution Community Seed Bank, and we are giving, and we are not giving seed for free. If you give anything for free, they will misuse it. We only exchange the varieties. So thank you so much for giving the opportunity to tell about our community seed bank.
Thank you, Raghuveer. If you have any questions for Raghuveer, Chandni, may we have you back on stage, please? Chandni, if you have any questions or thoughts that you want to share with Chandni and Raghuveer.
One day is not enough to explain our work on indigenous varieties. So this is only just a trailer. If you ask, then I'll tell whatever you want.
Yes, you can do that during lunch. They'll ask you also, then you tell. Before they ask, don't tell. Okay, ask. Okay.
So before Green Revolution, we used to have 1,10,000 varieties which were recorded by ICAR, not me or you. ICAR record it is there. In IIRR, Philippines Bank, it is recorded. The samples was there, but they won't germinate. They don't care about the conservation.
Yes.
They have the number. Right now, we have only 5,000 varieties. My guru, Dr. Debalde from Orissa, he is having 1,400 varieties on field. You can check it. So I went to his farm and I worked there for 1 month. Then I became a seed saver.
All this has been systematically killed by imperialist countries like US and companies like Monsanto. I'm sure you heard of Monsanto. Monsanto chatter in their boardroom is, how do you control the human being? To control the human being, you control the food. You control the water. That's it. Today, water is being privatized. So our indigenous seeds which were there, they have been now completely kind of destroyed. So that's what he's talking about. And we are happy eating poison.
They don't care. They don't care. No, we have 2 rice institutes. One is in Hyderabad, one is in Cuttack. Hyderabad IIRR, Indian Institute of Rice Research, and Cuttack NRRI, National. They have thousands of acres of land. My guru is doing in 1.5 acre land without the help of NGO and government. They don't care. They have to do the conservation, but they don't run. We are doing it. See, when you have farmer, we can collaborate actually. There's no website and NGO. Actually, lot of NGOs are doing this work, but I haven't seen any work. Even my guru, it doesn't belong to any NGO. I'm sorry to say this, but even I don't want to belong to any NGO. You can come to farmer. A farmer can come to our farm, he will get the seed. Only farmers, we respect the farmers, not the NGOs, other things. Because they spoiled the entire movement actually. They spoiled it. Otherwise, why I have to take the seed? I'm a software engineer. Why I have to take the seed?
Raghuveer, just listen to her first.
Exactly. Now I got it. Yeah, because see, whenever this community we work together means I really scared actually. That's why I'm scared. Whenever someone say we work together, I will be very scared.
Raghuveer, just hold the mic closer, and those of you who want to ask questions or share your thoughts, please come up to the mic. Please come up to the mic.
If you form any farmer group, then we definitely help to the farmers.
Farmer group to
yes.
be formed and they reach out.
Yes. They should not be. no need of registration or then just any farmers, we will encourage them and we will give the seed, we will give the knowledge also for your farmer.
And it's all done pro bono.
Exactly. All the indigenous knowledge were done like that only. There is no books, there is no organization, there is no NGO. That's why these many varieties are exist before that. There is no NGO before that. These many varieties are there. 1 lakh tons of varieties, no two varieties are the same.
Is there a time specified for them to come out and reach out to you? See,
So
the
during
reason
the
I'm
paddy
asking-
season, they can come.
Okay, please hear me.
July to December, the paddy season, they come to our farm. They can see the variety based on the field. They can see the variety. They have a lot of aesthetic sense. They need some height varieties. Some people need short varieties. Some people need colored leaf. We have black leaf. So paddy means not green. We have some varieties kala, but from top to bottom, everything is black.
It's a 6-month period they'll have to devote to figure it out with you.
No, there are three phases. Initial phase, sowing time and flowering time and harvesting. Any one of the phases they can come. And if they want to learn properly, these 3 phases are very important.
All right. Okay. I think we'll stop the Bhagyalakshmi. I think I appreciate Raghuveer's stand. Many of our Karmaveers are individuals, like Lakshman Singh, for example. Lakshman Singh has transformed over 500 villages in Rajasthan from wastelands into wetlands in a country where wetlands are transformed into wastelands. Yes or no? Right? Now Lakshman, because of this one man called Lakshman, who's also created environmental ecosystems in Rajasthan where 182 species of birds migrate every year from around the world. Pure environmental engineering and agricultural science. Many people who had fled Rajasthan, who had left their villages and gone to big cities like Jaipur, Calcutta, Delhi, and become beggars and laborers, have come back to Rajasthan and are doing farming now in the wetlands created by Lakshman Singh, and many of them are millionaires today. They have fancy villas, cars, sending their children abroad. Lakshman continues to stay in his small jhopda mud house in a place called Laporia. Have any of you heard of Laporia? No? Okay. Laporia is around 80 kilometers from Jaipur. You ask Lakshman to team up with an NGO, he won't. Now, Lakshman has done what many NGOs have not been able to do over the past 40 or 50 years. You have the Oxfams, ActionAid, Save the Children's, working in India and villages. Tell them to show me transformation like what Lakshman has done. Where he's empowered the community and they've become millionaires today. Over 1 million farmers and their children have a life of dignity and livelihood from agriculture. So there are many people like that who do work alone, and they change the state, they change the fate of an entire state, or they change the fate of an entire nation, like William Kamkwamba. Have you heard of William Kamkwamba, any of you? No? Pure engineering again, and I'll tell you that story later. But that's why I appreciate Raghuveer's stand, but I think what he's saying is that let's keep it within the farmers, because NGOs come with their own agendas and vested interests and salaries, unfortunately. We run the International Confederation of NGOs, but our entire concept and the joy of giving is, please don't give money to NGOs. And if you're giving money, look into how it is being used, accountability. So that's the stand he's taking.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just want to see, because there are many farmers who are standalone.
Right.
They would love to have that.
Yeah.
vision. They would love
That they are willing to share their knowledge.
You can invite me. You can invite me. I can come to your farm and I can teach you. Yeah.
And take it over lunch. Yeah, you feed him. Yeah, the way to a man's heart is through the stomach, they say. So you feed him and he will come and visit you. All right. Anybody else who has any questions to ask or any insights to share? Any questions for Chandni? Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Are you aware about Ruchira Gupta?
Sorry? No, sir.
Apne aap he's talking about. She's a Karmaveer fellow also. Yeah.
Ruchira is an Emmy Award winning journalist. She works in rescuing girls from sex trafficking, right? So I initially thought you were actually helped by her organization. So if you want to connect with Ruchira, I can do that. She's a friend of mine. She is based out of New York, runs an NGO out here. And she's a global voice in fight against sex trafficking, right? So connect with me later. I'll connect you with Ruchira. And sir, to you, a lot of us want to volunteer and a lot of farming projects. Like I was trying to do something in Coimbatore. There's something called Sadhana Forest or something like that. Are there initiatives like in India where we want to learn farming as a volunteer?
I don't believe those activities, sir, because if you have any balcony, you can buy one bucket, 1 feet by 1 feet, then you can seed, you can start one seed evolution.
No, it's more about,
one by one seed variety.
I tell you what we are, what I am actually referring
from
to.
Seed to seed, if you do it, that's a big
What I am actually talking about, immersing myself in a farm. Work
Okay,
there
okay,
as a volunteer for
Aditya,
some time.
offline. Aditya always does a Aditya on you. So, okay. Any other thoughts or insights? Yes. Please come up, sir. Yes.
Yeah, my question is to Chandni. First of all, salute to all, to you for your courage and all. Now, I have a few friends who gone through such trauma. So, how did you find your prerna, inspiration, to come out and fight against these odds in your life?
यस सर
What's your inner strength? Yeah.
जब मैं शेल्टर होम में थी वहाँ पे भी मेरे जैसे काफ़ी सर्वाइवर्स थे उधर, तो शायद ही उनकी जब कोई आता था मिलने, जो सर्वाइवर जा चुके हैं आगे बढ़ के वो आते थे हमसे मिलने, तो वहाँ से मुझे मिलता था कि मुझे भी इसी की तरह बनना है, कुछ करना है. So that was my inspiration.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Nitin. Yes, sir. Over to you.
So my question is, so yeah.
Okay, fine. So one of my friend also working on same aspect, like saving the seeds. So Bapa Rao,
he knows my work.
He knows your
He is
work.
coming to our farm to learn our techniques actually.
Okay. Hattota from Guntur, right?
I know him.
He is also.
Ask him about Raghuveer.
Raghuveer, okay. Yeah.
We both are friends actually. He is coming to our farm to learn our techniques.
Okay.
Because I got some knowledge from tribals. So, lot of NGOs I'll tell one NGO. NGO will project that we taught these for tribals to these. They will teach so many things to us. Tribals. Tribals are the best scientists. They invented these varieties, not scientists. Scientists, not NGO. These varieties were created by tribal farmers. 1,01,000 varieties.
Okay.
By selection, manual selection.
So you based out of Andhra Pradesh?
Yes, I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Where?
Vijayawada. My farm is in Vijayawada. That is my farm. That is my home.
Okay, I am from Vijayawada.
2 minutes walk.
I am from Vijayawada.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can come
meet
to my
later.
farm.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Thank
near
you.
Penamaluru village.
Like a WhatsApp chat, man. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. I get you.
Chandni, salute to you. I'm so proud of you because I give a lot of sexuality education talks in rescue homes also. And I would really like to work with you and be my motivational speaker for my NGO. And I have come across so many girls who want to come out of the rescue homes, but they are not, they don't have the courage because the society doesn't accept them. Today you're standing there proud as a role model to hundreds and thousands of them. And the most important thing is the courage and to be accepted and to be inclusive. Secondly, you're the lamp in the society. You're not the lamp, you're the sun.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I feel really honored to be here and listening to you because you can motivate not only girls from rescue homes, but there are hundreds of girls who are in the homes and are living a similar life, what they shouldn't be living. So I think may God bless you, give you the courage, and we are all there for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for those kind words. Very nice. Excellent, sir. Please come up.
So, my name is Prajwal, and just for the context, I'm 17 years old. So, in case if there's something that, is not really state my question or that you guys disagree with, please do let me know. But I'm a firm believer that, we should always encourage empathy over sympathy. And Shalini ma'am was like, when I heard the entire story, it kind of gave me goosebumps all over. I'm also an aspiring entrepreneur and I have my startup CloudHack as well. But from an, aspiring entrepreneurship point of view, if I were to ask you from an empathetic way that what is something that you would look at in a work environment that would make a lot of people like, who've gone through such trauma more welcoming, or, would help them adjust to the environment that's there? Because I think you are very courageous, but from my own, experience of not the same issue, but different mental health issues, etc., people don't really want to come up. So what is something that maybe organizations, not NGOs, probably, growing organizations, what are some methods that they can invoke in their culture that can, really be more inclusive for people who've gone through such stuff, or who've gone through the trauma that you have as well?
So in my trauma time, there.
You'll have to hold the mic a little closer.
सॉरी सर उधर मुझे बहुत से काउंसलिंग सेशंस हुए तो मेरा जो ट्रॉमा था उस काउंसलिंग सेशन से कम हुआ सो मेरा भी यही फीडबैक रहेगा आपके लिए जहाँ आप बोल रहे हो काउंसलिंग सेशन इज़ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट एक मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए ट्रॉमा के लिए इवन फिजिकल के लिए भी फिजिकल हेल्थ के लिए भी सो
Got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chandni. Thank you for your thoughts. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am. You'll have to come up fast, please.
Hi everybody, this is Dr. Megha Sharma. I've come all the way from Pune. Chandni, you're a rock star. I just want to say that.
Thank you, ma'am.
To talk about myself, I'm a Rotarian. I'm a Lions member. And of course, I run my own foundation as well. That's called We Empower All Foundation. I'm a travel expert by profession. How my journey started into the social work is through people who are into the social, as sex workers. So in 2019, I got an opportunity to fund one girl who was the child of a sex worker. And somebody just came to me, Megha, can you please help? I said, okay, fine, itna hi hai to kar denge. Because usse pehle we were just busy doing our job and all. So uske saath meri journey start hui. Every year I've been increasing one girl. तो अब तक मेरे पास 5 girls हैं जिनकी education मैं fund करती हूँ. उसके अलावा then I joined Rotary, I opened my foundation, joined Lions. So this particular profession, working for the profession is very close to my heart. हमने कमाटीपुरा में, which is the red light area in Mumbai, हमने menstrual hygiene is very close to my heart, and we promote the menstrual cups because बहुत ही hygienic and sustainable product है. So with the help of local police, हमने वहाँ 3 बार project कर लिया है, and we've successfully cup-voted many females because हम लोग सब NGOs में काम करते हैं, so we know what's the benefit of educating girls and ladies on the menstrual hygiene. But उसके अलावा एक और project है which is called बस इतना सा ख्वाब है, जो कि coming from पूना के sex workers के बच्चों को हम malls में लेकर जाते हैं. अब तक मैं 3 बार ये project कर चुकी हूँ, जिसमें हम बच्चों को मॉल में लेके जाते हैं, हम उनको गेम्स खिलाते हैं. हमने पीछे कुंग-फू पांडा 3 उनको 3D में दिखाया. सो उससे क्या हो रहा है, द मेन मोटिव. Okay, so I'm working for them. 1 minute. Just one offer for Chandni. Chandni, you connect with us. I'm working a lot for them, for the kids and them. Just connect with us. We will do something together.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you so much, Chandni. Thank you, Raghuveer. Thank you. All right, we move ahead with our next speaker. We have Prachi Kaushik. Prachi. Go up on stage.
Namaste to all change makers, Karmaveers and champions of change. Hope I'm audible. Loud enough? Okay.
Just hold the mic.
I'm Prachi, a social entrepreneur working on sanitation hygiene, and through the sanitation hygiene product, we are also promoting entrepreneurship. So today I'm here to talk to you about a subject which is, regardless where we live, what we do, what post we have, we are impacted by this subject, that is sanitation. Every day in the morning, before going to temple, where we go to toilets. And the toilet is very important part in our life, the sanitation hygiene. That every day we visit toilet 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and number of times. But every time we visit toilet, do we really care where this waste is going? Who is cleaning this waste? Do we think? Imagine you visiting toilet and there is no water. How you will gonna clean yourself? Imagine a day आपके घर से कूड़ा नहीं उठाया गया. Imagine. So this sanitation subject is very important yet neglected. SDG 6, still unfortunately 2.2 billion people do not have safe drinking water. And 3.4 billion people do not have the safe sanitation facilities. Here we're differentiating animals are good, human are good, but animal also suffering. They also have to sanitate, sanitation challenges. Where this all waste is going. So the product we use for the sanitation, I'll talk also on the menstrual hygiene, but every day we use so many products as cosmetics and the products in our toilet which are degrading our environment, polluting our water bodies. The wet wipes, the tissues, the soap, the cleansers, and in a desi toilet we use less water, but in a commode system we use at least 5 liter water in a one push. So, are we really concerned about the kind of products we are using? Do we think while cleaning ourselves, it is already a waste, we also adding pollution to the environment? So, every time you visit toilet, see what soap you are using, what synthetic material it has, and try to shift gradually to the eco-friendly options available in the market. Nowadays, startups, social enterprises, and even NGOs really working with the cluster of women, SHG, self-help group, they're making really good sanitation hygiene products. So do give them opportunity, buy their products. And the second point I want to cover is the menstrual hygiene is a very important subject. On 2nd November, Government of India passed National Menstrual Hygiene Policy for the school girls. And with this policy, we'll be having free sanitary napkin distribution in all the schools. And in fact, government also mentioned they will be giving the one sanitation hygiene kit. So this is really, because last 20 years, we are working on this subject. This is a remarkable step. And it is taken by various RTIs and the court cases that the government finally passed on 2nd November, the menstrual hygiene policy for the school-going girls. So every time we talk about sanitation, we have to see, here today we have gathered for this intellectual talks event, we will also going to use toilet. So please use the school toilet wisely. Flush it properly, clean it, keep it clean, and also use it in a way that you want to use, clean toilet, so also leave the clean toilet. That's a very fundamental thing we often ignore. So what is sustainable sanitation? Sustainability in sanitations. Sustainability we talk, SDG का गोल है, sustainability ऐसे achieve होगा, carbon credit, green credit, we talk so many big things. But with the small step, everyday life, we have to practice sustainability. First of all, stop wasting water. आपको जितना पीना है उतना ही लीजिए. Half of the glass, half of the glass. Second, are we really making new construction with the water harvesting at our rooftop? Going to finish. So use water harvesting. Also use your household waste as composting. And also care nearby your area, slum area, and the resettlement colony, how menstrual hygiene is considered. We at Vyomni providing menstrual hygiene products, sanitation hygiene hardware, and we can help you to motivate make your own pads, make your own menstrual cups. So if you're really interested, we can help you to local sourcing of all the sanitation hygiene products.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Prachi. Colonel Nawaz, may we have you up on stage? If the, please stay. Yeah, that's what. Questions, please, Colonel Nawaz, come up. If you have any questions or insights and thoughts for Nawaz and Prachi, please use the mic, ma'am.
The sanitary pads that you're using, do they come with a low environmental impact, or are they, very high on environmental impact, as we know that most sanitary pads and nappies are?
Yes. The single-use synthetic sanitary napkin is very harmful for the environment. It takes more than 600, 800 years to degrade. We're promoting natural fiber-based sanitary pads, which are single-use, reusable pads, and the menstrual cups.
All right.
3 options we have.
Right.
Our single-use sanitary pad is made of the banana bamboo fiber,
right,
which is natural fiber.
Right. I'll request you to share your details with me once.
Thank you, will connect.
Thank you, it's a great subject. I will be very interested by your products because I'm helping schools in Tamil Nadu. I have to share a story with you. In our school, when I take on the school, I immediately built toilets because there were no toilets existing. Okay. Past 20 years and now everywhere are toilets. The worst is the toilets, the Nestle toilets. I don't know if you have heard about the Nestle toilets. Nestle toilet, they put a big cabin there in the school without looking if there are some toilets or no toilet. They don't care. Anywhere they put their thing. And afterwards, you have to go in the toilets. I can tell you, it's so dirty, so non-hygienic. It's a place where you can get any virus, microbe, everything. It's totally insane. And they do it with their CSR. I'm very furious about that. And I think your association or foundation should be in touch with Nestle in Gorgan. Okay. I talked to Nestle, and I'm from Switzerland. I call in Switzerland. I know the people there. And they said, okay, we will call you back. Okay. Luckily, I received one day a phone call from Chennai, from the responsible of Nestle. And they said, because when I build toilets, I have a cleaner helper in all the schools. This is fundamental if you want hygiene and health. So the guys from Chennai called me. And I said, it's totally unfair, it's so dirty, you cannot smell, it's just a mess. And they said, oh yes, we will try to have a cleaner. Okay, good. So finally, you know what they did? They called the government, the education department, and they said, you have to send a cleaner. They did not send the cleaner. I paid the cleaner for my toilet. This is Nestle. So please do something.
Yeah, thank you. We are making EcoSen. That's the affordable toilet. In a rupee of 3,000 to 4,000, you can make the toilets. We are working on this. We're working with various organizations and researchers to have less water in the toilet system, so we can clean our body without wasting the water. We're gonna collaborate with various stakeholders and the partner, and I would like to help you in this. I just want to add one.
You can catch up with Francois over lunch. Yeah. Thank you, Prachi. Yes, you have a question? Any questions for Colonel Nawaz? Go ahead. Yes. You can come up to the mic, yeah?
So I would like everyone to applaud Prachi. I know Prachi since 2019. Can we have an applause for her? There are a lot of businesses which are, being sold in this space, but she's actually empowering the localites and making them teach how to build it, and then, providing the resources. So I've been following her journey. So congratulations for that. And I think with Ministry of Education, I think we can do it in clusters. So I would like to start this in Maharashtra and Goa at least, how we can collaborate. And Nawaz sir, it was wonderful to listen to your session. In fact, in 2009, I was selected in IB. And my posting was at Arunachal, but my dad did not kind of allow me. But the thing which you are doing, can we have an applause for Nawaz sir as well? This is something out of the blue. And I think, if anything is required from the Ministry of Education, please do reach out. I would be happy to connect the dots for both of you. And in fact, for anyone who wants to, share that, anything with related to IP, again, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
My question is to Nawaz sir. Collection of anything is very difficult. You said feather bank, how you are collecting the feathers. So how you collect the feathers? Because collection of anything is very difficult. You have a huge collection. I want to know how you collect these feathers.
Yeah, we encourage students, especially. We have put up boards about feather collection in parks. So we have put up boxes there with posters there on the top. With boxes below the trees, you have to just pick up the feather and drop it into the boxes. So this has really motivated. We have a environmental education, ecological education program where we have addressed 5 lakh students, especially students between 8 to 18 years. So they are the targets for us. We tell them who are the pollinators, how the birds and the animals act as scavengers, how they are natural pest controllers, how the saving ecology is very important, and how putting the bird back into the role what nature has put it for faster helps. So we motivate them. So when the students come to us, we show them the animals at that time. Ours is not a zoo, it's a center for curing animals and putting them back to nature. So we motivate them, tell them about this, about the imping, about the snake being farmer's friend, how the 40% of our crop is being destroyed by the rodents. And the snakes are the only guys who go underground and devour the rodents and control.
So one thing here, in Andhra, we killed a lot of snakes. Now there are no snakes in some paddy fields. For every season, farmer has to spend 2,000 to catch the rodents.
So at our center, we have a snake temple. When it starts, our center starts, the snake temple. We literally worship snakes at our center. So for the important role they play in ecology.
Thank you, Colonel Nawaz. Thank you, Raghuveer. Yes.
I have a quick question for Colonel Nawaz. Here, sir. Can you see me here?
There.
So I work a lot with parents, and one of the things that comes up often in our conversations is the lack of sensitivity towards extinction of species, or even things like appreciation for forest animals. A lot of the children have not even stepped into a forest per se, and in fact I also very recently only started looking at that. It wasn't clear in your the talk that what can parents or organizations do, how can they become more aware in terms of either coming to the center, or do you organize trips? Even in my son's school there are a lot of let's say sessions from the WEF or other such organizations, but where can children come to learn all of this? That was very impressive to see what you were doing in terms of the rescue part.
So, ma'am, like I told you, so we have a environmental ecological education program. Like I told you, we already addressed 5 lakh students. We have addressed resident welfare associations, especially where the new apartments are coming in areas where it was previously dwelling places were there. So we get around 20 calls every day. Out of that, 4 calls are about snakes, rescue snakes. So in Kannada,
is this geographically? Where is it geographically?
We are in Kengeri, ma'am. So we get a call in Kannada telling, "Aav nam maneyalli bandide." The snake has come into our house, when it's actually the other way around. The snake is in its dwelling places. The human beings are intruded into the areas.
Yeah.
So we get a call telling snake has come into our house. So this is how it happens. So we have this active environmental education program, ma'am. So where the students come, we give them a 30-40 minute audio visual round of how animals have been rescued, how they have been treated, how they have been released. Like I told you, we are just a conservation center. We're not a zoo. We don't keep animals. 99% of our rescues are put back into nature. Only 1% of the rescues, like the monkeys, get electrocuted. Then we have to amputate their limbs to save their life due to gangrene. Only 1% stays back. Those are the animals which cannot sustain themselves in the wild. We keep them back in lifetime care. Otherwise, all these animals are put back. Then we take them around, show them the animals live, feeding. How difficult it is to feed a squirrel baby. At a time, we have 65 to 70 squirrel kittens. We have to feed with a syringe, goat milk, honey, and egg yolk combination. That is the nearest to the mother's milk. It takes 15 minutes to feed one. We have to feed 3-4 times. How a bird, we have to feed a mealworm, pieces go and feed the bird. We show them all this. So all the students going through our sensitization program, we get a feedback from the parents telling, sir, my son, my daughter has changed. Now he closes the tap, he puts off the light, he insists that we take jute bags to this one. He shuns plastic. So this is the change. This is the change we are looking for.
Good. Hats off to your work, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. You are doing a very amazing work. I am doing little bit in Assam, Guwahati, but the problems which I am facing, maybe you can solve it because we are not getting the support of the veterinary hospitals there. The dogs, the stray dogs who is limping, we are giving them the shelter, homes, but people are like discarding us. Why do you have to help the dogs? So that is the point which I want to ask. Are you doing something with the veterinary hospitals in coordination so that they can help us? Because we are not funded by anyone to give this species a proper home, but we are trying to do with the help of my students whatever we can. In Assam we started, now we want to spread it out throughout, but it's not possible without the help of the veterinary hospitals. They are not ready to give us in any way, but what you are doing is really amazing. Maybe we can do something for the dogs too, because they are the most loving animals as I have found. So can you help us in this matter?
Let me tell you, I love Assam. So I have spent about 10 years of my service in the army, in Assam only. So beautiful people, beautiful culture, had a great time. So there are a couple of units in Assam, Guwahati, People for Animals rescue centers. So we can get you connected with them, ma'am. So we are all the rescue centers of People for Animals. There are around 60 around all over the country. So basically all of them are doing in domestic animals. Only the Bangalore chapter is exclusively wildlife. So we can get you connected with them. We always liaise and work with the government agencies.
That is important.
Yeah,
we don't get a helping hand.
We work with the Karnataka Forest Department. We can get you liaised with the government officials there.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. Quickly, just one more after this, and we'll keep to the next session.
A quick question for her. You're doing a great job. I must say that I've seen places in the globe where this hygiene thing is really taken very seriously. And are you doing something for the mindset thing, like training the general mindset of people? Because I've seen that person in a particular sector of the globe acting differently. When that same person goes in a different sector of the globe, he completely changes. And he behaves exactly, if he follows the norms and regulations of that country. How can this mindset be changed? Because I think that self-discipline starts from us. And if this is really brought into schools and also in adults in some of the corporate sector, I think that is the first, source of hygiene. I mean, if you know, like I've seen places where things are really segregated. Like we do the segregations. We keep biodegradable waste in one packet. Yes. We keep the rest stuff in different. So if we make these things easier, it's easier for the state also to really execute this at a proper pace, I would say. So are you thinking about changing the mindset?
Yes. We have a program called Campus Connect and also a program, awareness workshop. Through these workshops, we have covered more than 20 lakhs menstruators. And for the mindset of the waste management, we have a small course. In Japan, there is a part of curriculum, students cleaning their toilet in the classroom. So that we are inculcating with the students, schools, and non-going school children also, that you have to learn how to manage your waste. More we learn, more we create less waste.
Exactly.
So we have a particular course for this, and we can connect.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, last question or insight, yeah?
Namaste, Kanal. You're doing a wonderful job. I'm an animal communicator. My name is Anjali, and I'm a part of a group of animal communicators as well. So my question to you is, would we be of any help to you? I'm also a healer. I do sound healing. So I work with animals with sound. So this is what my question is. Can we be of any help in your work?
Yeah, ma'am, you can definitely be. So I'll give you just an example. We have a peacock now which has been electrocuted. So one of his leg is paralyzed for about 2-3 months. We tried all what the science has to offer, but still there's no sensation. It is not using the leg. So now we are putting a prosthetic leg. So that's also an amazing thing. So we are taking help of aeronautical engineers to devise a prosthetic leg. We almost devised one now, so we'll be putting a prosthetic leg on the peacock and making it, try to give it a decent type of life. We cannot release it back, it cannot happen, but even in the lifetime care we are going to keep, instead of it being on one leg, hopefully it will be a weight on the other 2 legs. So in wildlife, actually when we go to rescue, it's not like the domestic animals. They don't understand that we are coming to help you. So they're going to claw you, they'll bite you, the snake will do. So we need very professionals to do this. So all our rescuers are highly professional. They understand the animal, how to reduce the stress. Like we put a cotton sheet over covering the eyes so that the animal doesn't see. So that if it doesn't see, there's less amount of reduction of stress. So there's a lot of issues. So definitely, we can collaborate and take this further.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. No. Last one. She has been sitting there for long. You can catch up over lunch. Yes. Make it quick.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janani. Namaste, Karmaveer Chakra Awardees. My name is Nisha Rathor, and I am myself and let's say animal caregiver. It's the right way to say it. I'm not more or less, just like you. Thank you for doing such a wonderful job. To you both, I would like to ask you, sir, a question. Since I myself have rescued kids, babies, like animal fur babies, we'll do it tomorrow for that, but it's about you. I just want to ask you a very sincere question about this. From where ये आपके अंदर ये जो चीज़ है करने की इन बच्चों के लिए, मैं इनको बच्चा ही बोलती हूँ, तो ये कहाँ से आई, मतलब ये इंस्पिरेशन, I mean, ये बहुत सिंपल है क्वेश्चन, पर सभी सोचते हैं इसके बारे में कि ऐसे छोटी से लेके इतना बड़ा कुछ कर देना, तो ये कहाँ से आया, इतना सिंपल सवाल.
तो मैम आपको ये जानवर हैं, ये वॉइसलेस हैं.
Yes.
ये बोल नहीं सकते.
Yes.
So and अगर समझ लीजिए कुत्ता भी है या अदर एनिमल भी है, उसे पेट पैरेंट, उसको भी नहीं पता कि भाई साहब अपने कुत्ते को क्या तकलीफ है. ही कम्स टू नो ओनली जब खाना वाना नहीं खाता है. सो दे वॉइसलेस. जब मैं 6 साल का ही था, व्हेन आई सॉ अ डॉग डाइंग इन एन एक्सीडेंट, आई डिसाइडेड टू बिकम अ वेट. सो आई मीन माई आइडिया वॉज वेरी क्लियर कि और कुछ काम करना ही नहीं है, जानवरों के साथ ही मदद करना है. सो अनफॉर्चुनेटली द एनिमल केयर, द वेटनरी केयर इन आवर कंट्री इज अ बिट बैकवर्ड. देखिए एक तो जानवर बोलता ही नहीं है, कहाँ तकलीफ है. इंसान के पास जाइए, वो बोल देगा, और वो जनरल प्रैक्टिशनर बोल देगा, गो टू अ स्पेशलिस्ट, ईजिली रेफर कर देगा. यहाँ तो पता ही नहीं है. सो जानवर को क्या तकलीफ है, पेट पैरेंट या उसका ओनर, उसको भी नहीं पता है. सो वेटनरी डॉक्टर जो होता है, जिसके पास जाते हैं, अनलेस यू अंडरस्टैंड द एनिमल, सो इट्स नॉट ओनली ट्रीटमेंट, इट इज मैनेजमेंट ऑल्सो. So a veterinarian is a magician, I would say. He's a maverick. उसको सालों साल के एक्सपीरियंस से फिर पता लगता है कि भाई जानवर को क्या तकलीफ है, which organ is affected. So unfortunately हमारे पास जानवरों का diagnostics is also not much advanced in this country. We don't have much high-tech equipment also to treat animals. So ये सब उसके लिए हर एक चीज़ के लिए जानवरों का प्यार होना चाहिए. You should have love for animals. So if you have love for animals, see all the families where there are pets, it has been proven by psychologists, those children become very good citizens in future.
True.
Their psychology improves, the way of dealing in life improves, how they deal problems in life, it really improves.
Yes.
So you got to have compassion. They are voiceless. उनके साथ मदद करना चाहिए. You should always be kind to them. If you have that kindness, फिर क्या है?
Thank you. Thank you, Colonel Nawaz. Thank you, Prachi. And thank you to all the people who shared their thoughts and insights. Yes, it has been proven through research that people who have dogs at home, pets at home, their children grow up to be emotionally intelligent. Emotional intelligence is considered to be the most essential skill of the future. Yeah, that's a thought for all of you. Yeah, so if you don't have a pet, get one. All right, we move on with our next speaker, Dr. Nitya Prakash.
Hello everyone. I am Dr. Nitya Prakash and I am a global CEO with Quality New Zealand Education. It is an organization founded by some of the legendary New Zealand cricketers like Sir Richard Headley, Stephen Fleming, Brendan McCullum and Daniel Vettori. Now I want to start my talk with a very important question. Do you know each one of us who is sitting over here has won a DNA lottery? When I say a DNA lottery, most of you must be thinking what that lottery is. Let me explain it with the help of an example. There is a family of 4 members, and out of them, the family decides that only one of them can send them, an individual of the family, for higher education degree program. The other one has to drop out after 10th standard. The third one will drop after 5th standard, and the fourth one will never ever see the face of an institution. Surprise, right? But this is the actual reality of India. The gross enrollment ratio, which is a statistical measure to check the enrollments in a particular academic session, for higher education in India stands at 28.1%, which means 1 out of every Indian in the age group of 18 to 24 only goes for higher education. Now, why is it happening? We spoke about a lot of things. There is a concept called angels versus demons, right? A lot of organizations who sell pan masala gutka, under the garb of selling those stuff, they also have cancer hospitals running. So what are they doing? They are actually doing this in order to make money out of it. All the top level Ivy League colleges, I believe you must have heard the name of Stanford, Harvard University, all the top US universities, the Ivy League colleges, their contribution towards the gross enrollment ratio in the United States is mere. But there is another university called Western Governors University, and most of you, I believe, have not even heard the name. They have 500,000 students every year through the online education. Now, when I say, what I really want to mention over here is, so far in the field of education, the intention to reduce the cost of education has never happened. Now, I'll tell you why. NASA, for almost 5 decades, was sending astronauts to space, and the space travel costed millions of dollars. So, for example, if I have to go to Pune from Delhi today, I'll take the bus with me, and then I'll burn the bus in Pune after reaching. That's what NASA was doing. 10 years ago, almost a decade ago, there was an individual who said that I will reduce the cost of education and bring it to 1/10 of the cost. And he actually did it. SpaceX was formed, and today the space travel is no longer a dream. Nobody thought about it because nobody had the intentions to reduce the cost of the space travel. SpaceX did it because they had the intentions to do it. Now, my question to each one of you is, When we talk about democratization of education in India, there are three major aspects: making it affordable, making it accessible, and making it inclusive for each one of them. But if we are only and only talking about these three aspects, we will never be able to succeed in that. We have to solve all the 6 sides of the Rubik's Cube. Apart from these three, we also need future-focused education, high-quality education, and last but not the least, job-oriented education. And once we are able to do it, then only we'll be able to actually democratize education. That's it from my end. Thank you so much. Yeah, any questions?
No, we'll come for questions then. Thank you, Dr. Nitya Prakash. Yes, education reforms are very important, and I agree with all you said, except that I don't think we should just teach students to be job seekers. I think the time has come to change that, and rather than creating career mules, as I call them, because most of our education at home, school, and colleges teaches us to become career mules. We're always lifting someone else's burden. And then the Uncle Murthis of the world want us to work 70 hours a week and make them more money. So I think we need to teach children and students how to become entrepreneurs, because they are job creators who are required in our world today. Because there are no jobs out there. That is the truth of India economic superpower. There are no jobs out there. And downsizing is happening as we speak. So I think an entrepreneur mindset is required. And that's the training which we should impart in schools, colleges, and homes. Our next speaker is Shekhar Vijayan. Shekhar. Six minutes.
All right. See, before we start, can we clap for everybody who's come up here? I think, come on, people, everybody. Can we clap for everybody who's come up here? I think it's beautiful to hear, so many outliers, so many people with substance. I think it's amazing. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is something which is very interesting. But before that, what is important for you? Is it the journey? Is it the destination? Or is it the company? Now, don't take 6 minutes to answer this. I think he will kill me. Journey, destination, or company? Company? Everything. Yes, ma'am. So, incidentally, your journey, destination, company changes as you move up in life or changes as you transact in life. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about three things which are really critical and important. One is storytelling. The second thing is emotional intelligence. And the third thing is transformation. Now, storytelling is the most important skill in the world. If your stories don't count, if your stories don't have value, if your stories don't have emotion, if your stories don't make you laugh, then the stories are not powerful. We are all there because of the stories. And the second thing is emotional quotient, which we've all hinted at in the last 1.5 hours. We've spoken about EQ, but I think EQ is more important than IQ. And I can say that because I have a dog. Her name is Sunshine. And I start every session of mine by thanking Sunshine. I call her the eternal sunshine of my spotless mind. I don't know about her mind, because I believe she likes me, hopefully, and she laughs at my jokes. But that's what sunshine is for me, because I feel EQ is what makes the world go around. And I feel EQ, storytelling, are the super strengths of the present and the future. If there's no EQ, there's no storytelling. And also, I believe we can move from being very transaction-oriented to being very transformation-oriented. When I mean that, I want to talk about a small example here. I had been to this place called Mount Kailash Mansarovar Lake, which I'm sure some of you would have heard of, you would have read on the internet. I did a 53-kilometer trek around the mountain, and I think it's the most beautiful experience in the world. And I feel very humbled, very privileged to talk to you about that, because at that moment, when I made this trek, and I did this 53-kilometer trek, that was the most awe-inspiring experience of my life. I went through a plethora of emotions there. I went through roads which were not in great conditions, but to reach a place, you need to be there. And I went there purely because I was seeking something. And that journey, that transformative journey, made me realize a lot of things in life, which was the fact that you're an average of the 5 people you have around you. The second thing is, it's mind over matter. It all boils down to that. And the third thing is your stories. Make your stories count. We all have certain stories which have made us what we are. I also believe your failures are more important than your victories. We have a lot of leaders who talk about everything under the sun, but nobody talks about the failures. Your failures, I feel, are the more critical elements more than your victories. And in my job as a coach, I've worked with a plethora of people. And what I really love about the fact is, your listening skills are the most important skills. All this I've learned from my dog, Sunshine, who I think, like I said earlier, is the Alfred Hitchcock in my life. Or if you would like to go Desi, she's also the Subhash guy in my life. I hope she's listening to this. Sunshine, this is for you. But I just want to leave all of you with a thought. I read this very, very interesting picture which said that I'm not going to teach you anything today. I'm just going to make you think. I think that's what it's all about. In our line of work as outliers or as change makers, in terms of how we provoke thoughts, it's all about how we make you think. And our thinking is what makes us what we are. The power of the subconscious mind. Thank you so much. My name is Shekhar Vijay.
Thank you, Shekhar. Thank you so much. You can step down. We'll call you up later for the questions. We move on with our next speaker. We have Debanjali. Debanjali, may we have you up on stage? Debanjali Adhikari. Just hold the mic close to your mouth, yeah? Thank you. Just hold the mic close, see if it's on.
Just tap and see if it's working. Tap and see. Tap karo ek
Tap the mic, tap the mic. Like this. No.
Beta upar. Tap on the upar. Turn karo. Tap karo. It is.
Yes. Just hold it closer to your mouth, yeah.
Namaste Karmaveers. How are you all? My name is Debanjali Adhikari. Before starting, I am going to start with a small quote. Arise, awake and keep moving until you reach your destination. This is a quote by Swami Vivekananda. So I am going to discuss a topic that is self-awareness. Why we need to know ourselves. There are some questions that we don't think in our daily life. That is, who am I? Why am I here? What is the reason for my survival in this planet? Have we ever thought these questions? We are just running after money, but we have forgotten our existence. We are focusing on others, but we are not focusing on ourselves. And self-awareness is very important to control your emotions, to know your desire and what you want. Before starting any relationship or any business or anything in your workplace, you must know what is your wishes, what is your desire, and what you want from inside. Because if we don't know that what we want, we can't focus on others, we can't understand others' emotions. There are two types of self-awarenesses, that is public self-awareness and private. Public is where we can appear in front of others, the process. And private is like understanding each other one's internal state. So Sadhguru has also said that we must not focus on others. We must first focus on ourselves. If we don't know ourselves, we can't even set our goals. There is a familiar term, self-introspection, where we have to judge our own self. We can sit in a dark room alone, spending time with ourselves, not after money, not after your mobile phones. We are always attached to mobile phones, addicted to it. And we can't live without mobile phones nowadays. There is a biggest problem with all the family members. In a family nowadays, the mother, the father, the son, the daughter, the sisters are not talking to each other. They are just busy in their mobile phones, seeing Instagram, Reels, and other things, and Facebook, WhatsApp. But I think that when we are at our home, we must talk to our family members, we must spend time with them. We must not run after our mobile phones. And Also, one thing I have noticed that nowadays, like in schools, colleges, I am also a college student. My friends are just chatting with their friends online. In spite the friends are there sitting in the next bench. This is a problem that is lacking in nowadays, that we don't know ourselves what we are doing. We are just doing idiot and nonsense things nowadays, just like disturbing others, seeing reels, not focusing on ourselves. And even this is the most problem, that we are not able to achieve our goals. The students are just like they are confused at what to do, whether to be a doctor, to an engineer or a scientist. They don't know what to do. This is a very, very big problem, and we must like organize mentoring sessions and workshops where we can induce the desire of self-awareness to the students. The parents must play a greater role to induce self-awareness in their children. So before ending, I would like to end with a quote. Dreams are not those which we see while sleeping. Dreams are those which does not let us sleep. And life is 90% of what you do to it, but 10% how you react to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Debanjali. Thank you. Thank you so much. We move ahead with the next speaker. We have Shakil Ahmed. Shakil, may we have you up on stage, please?
So before the lunch session, and I know all of you must be feeling hungry, can we have my slides?
Yes.
Okay, so since we have only 6 minutes and Jerry just whistles, so I have few questions, so I want you to be like really quick so that I do not waste much time in it. Can we have the slides? Yeah. So I'm going to talk about, I'm an educator, I'm an edupreneur, I run a couple of companies around education. So I would like to start by talking about economic development. So सब लोग हम मतलब we all love our nation, right? All of us? Yeah? सब देशभक्त तो हैं ही हम, correct? Okay. So do we know, we need to understand the economic development, so we go back to past. So India 1800 में इंडिया की जीडीपी क्या रही होगी approximately? What was the contribution of India's GDP to the world economy? Any guesses? Approximately 24-25%. Can I have the slide changer? Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, and when Britishers they left India, so we were just at 2%. So ऐसा क्या किया कि 25 से 2% पे आ गए हम लोग? So what they simply did, they changed some policies. Policies were such that they imposed 300% taxes on the export and zero duty on import. So इस तरह की policies जिसमें सारा नुकसान हमारा, सारा फायदा उनका. But जो हुआ वो हुआ. Now we came like so far. ISRO is sending satellites on behalf of many other countries. Our Indian CEOs are heading the world's best companies, right? So जितने भी prime ministers आए, right wings, left wings, सबने अच्छा ही काम किया. So unlike Jerry, I'm not going to blame anyone. ठीक है, सबने अच्छा किया. All parties were like really great. So आ तो गए अब यहाँ पे. But my question is, are we really at the stage where we should have been, right? So 77 years of independence and Make in India has not yet become reality. So do you want Make in India to be reality?
Yes.
Yeah? All of us want Make in India to be reality. So let's understand what is Make in India. So iPhone, correct? So one of the best products in the world, Tesla, Elon Musk has been talking to Prime Minister and they have not been able to do it, but probably we all want कि Tesla भी बने यहाँ पे, iPhone बने. So iPhone जब बनता है तो क्या होता है? उसके दो aspect हैं. एक अभी currently made in China and designed in California. And you need to whistle just 1 minute before, okay? So design in California. So let's assume अगर iPhone 5,000 रुपए कमाता है एक सेल पे. What is your guess कि design in California को कितना जाता होगा और made in China को कितना जाता होगा? Any guesses? Just 80-20. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा आंसर, very good. So 80 is for made in China, California. ठीक है, so it's a right answer but precise answer. So let's see what is the precise answer. So it is approximately just 85 rupees. Out of 4,915 rupees, that goes to design in California. So we understand that the real value lies in what? Creating. being imaginative, thinking and having patents. So अब क्या चाहते हैं हम मेक इन इंडिया या डिजाइन इन इंडिया चाहते हैं? So right, we want design in India. अब डिजाइन इन इंडिया चाहने से तो होगा नहीं, चाहते तो हम बहुत कुछ हैं, ठीक है? So कैसे होगा, होता कैसे है डिजाइन? तो डिजाइन होता है एजुकेशन से. So what we need is, we need world class universities, and the sad reality after 77 years of independence is that we do not have even one university that is among the top 100. Not even among top 200, not even among top 300. एक यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं है हमारी जो टॉप 300 में है. और हम चाहते हैं कि डिजाइनर्स बने और एप्पल जैसे प्रोडक्ट बन जाए, तो ये तो होने नहीं वाला है. अब करना क्या है, नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या है? So we came up with this idea of design in India. What we want to gather approximately 30 crore people together. So another point is कि गवर्नमेंट क्यों करेगी? जैसे हमारे कहने से तो करेगी नहीं, बट मेरा मानना है कि गवर्नमेंट करती रही है. So जैसा कि मैंने बताया कि इसरो हैज, like we have flag on moon now, right? So we have come so far. So जो हमने अब तक मांगा, let's say we asked for roads, we have roads. We asked for water, we have water. We asked for electricity, we have electricity. हमने मंदिर मांगा तो मंदिर भी मिल गया, ठीक है? So जब मंदिर मिल सकता है तो यूनिवर्सिटीज भी मिल सकती है. मिलेंगी क्यों? So that we have numbers. Politicians do not understand good ideas. They understand good numbers. So now the idea is that we gather approximately 30 crore people to join this movement. And how will they join this movement? They will simply sign up on our website and pay 1 rupees each. We will have, by 2029, we will have 30 crores in our account. That money will go to the party who will put this in their manifesto that they are going to build 100 world-class universities. So this is the idea that we are going to propose with, so one citizen and one vote. And भारत की जो आबादी, जो हमारा सबसे बड़ा कारण है सारी मुसीबतों का, वही भारत को आबाद करेगी. This is the idea that I wanted to propose. Thank you. How many minutes?
I was just about to blow the whistle. Okay. Thank you, Shakil. Okay, may we have Debanjali, Shekhar and Dr. Nitya Prakash up on stage, please? Yeah, please stay. Shakil, you also. Yeah, if you have any questions for the four of them, the awesome foursome. Yes, go ahead.
My question is to both of you who talked about education. The simple thing I want to understand, in your view, do you think that the government should lead the, the work towards educating the people in the country, or should it be led by private organizations? Thank you.
So if you look at the world's best education system, they are actually run by government. So best school education system is run by Finland, and 100% schools are government schools, because government takes care of the entire funding of the school, also teachers' education, teachers' training. They spend a lot of money. Teachers are the highly paid profession there. So one way, if you look at, and again, if you talk about universities, higher education, so US is best, and most of the best universities are run by the government. So if we look at that, of course, government should intervene. Private people, because they will, of course, have their take in it. So it's mixed, but of course, private will have their profits. You want to say something?
Thank you for the question. I believe government has made some policies, which be it National Education Policy 2020, National Higher Education Qualifications Framework, but actual implementation is the key, and which is the biggest problem. So it cannot happen without public-private partnership. When we make a bridge, we make it from both the sides, right? And the bridge has to meet somewhere in the middle. What is happening actually right now is the bridge that we are building from both the ends, it is not meeting. We need to bring academia and industry together, and it should work with both private as well as government entities. Then only we can succeed, because the number is huge. We have a target in the National Education Policy. By 2035, we want to reach to 50% of the gross enrollment ratio. And today we stand at 28% after 75 years of the independence. If we really want to achieve that number, and as per recent report, the CEO of Niti Aayog says that we need 2,500 more universities in India in order to make sure that we reach 50% of the gross enrollment ratio. With 45,000 colleges already being there in India, I think if we do not implement the public-private partnership well, we will never be able to achieve this number. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitya.
I would like to say a small thing. I am also a student of IIT University. So university must be given to private because I am a science student of biotechnology. So the labs in the government colleges like Delhi University, then many colleges are very lacking all the instruments like microscope, autoclave and everything. In my university, in a private, we are getting the proper education, the proper subjects of biotechnology which other students don't know. And as compared to them, we are having better knowledge in biotechnology and in every other subjects. So private universities are better than government universities in case of science as compared to other subjects. Thank you.
Thank you, Devanjali. All right, any other thoughts or questions for the people on the stage, for the speakers on the stage? Please come up to the mic.
Hello, Shekhar sir. I want to ask you a question. Actually, two questions. Well, I looked up your profile and I was quite inspired. I have seen that you served as a talk show participant in big media houses like Republic Bharat, Times Now. So my first question is that what has been your core motivation to take up such such jobs as a motivational coach or an entertainer? The second question that I have for you is like many students and many newbies in this field, they have this stage fear. So like you have been quite experienced in this field. So do you have any suggestions in that regard?
Thank you. I think these are very interesting questions. The first thing is the reason why I do what I do in terms of talk show and working with various channels, the power of communication. And I realized that at very early stage in my life that I'm really good at it. I know my way through a crowd, through an audience. My mom has been my biggest supporter. She told me that when I was born for the first 3 years, I didn't speak. She said even Einstein didn't speak. I think our hairstyles are similar. But I think on a more serious note, I think it's about understanding your true calling. Understanding what you're really good at, being aware about it, and making sure that you build the right connections, building meaningful connections. Networking is the best way to build connections. Like you're actually sitting next to me, so it goes without saying. I think everybody here is a collaborator in some form. And for me, I realized that moving on from a corporate job to a non-corporate job, it's very important to put yourself out there. It's very important to be very open and honest. So what you see here is what you see off stage also. So there's no filter. And there is a lot of candor, there's a lot of wit, there's a lot of humor, but I also have learned the art of diplomacy, because when you work on TV, you need to know how to manage things and use the right words. So I think networking, using the right words, using the right connections, and making sure you know what your strengths are and your areas of opportunities are. Now the second thing in terms of public speaking, the number one fear in the world is not the fear of dying. The number one fear in the world is the fear of coming up on stage and talking. Everybody has that fear. Now the only way you can get over that fear is preparation, and also being very self-aware. This is what my strength is, this is what I can deliver. And about being very true to yourself. It's easier said than done. It's not about just too much of gyan, but I think preparation is important. Some people are very spontaneous by nature. Like for example, I am very spontaneous, very off the cuff, millions of thoughts running in my head, but somehow I just get it through. There are some people who are very scripted. They want to follow a script and do that. So there are various ways to get over that perception of why public speaking is important. And I'll tell this to everybody. Public speaking is the most important skill. If you want to move up, if you want to move in the corporate circle, if you want to move up as a speaker, I think it's very important because it's a very good place to express your thoughts. So, public speaking can be done. There is a magic to it. There's a magic sauce to it. But more than anything else, it's about understanding yourself internally. What is your gut feeling? What do you really want to do? That's important. All the great speakers, if you look at leaders from across the world, from Martin Luther King, from Barack Obama, Mahatma Gandhi, everybody, great speakers.
Okay, thank you, Shekhar. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Shakil. You're Shakil, right? Shakil Aditya, huh? Yeah, Shakil, right? So Shakil, you were talking about innovation, launching, designing schools and all that. So if you look at United States, right, the innovation actually starts there in the preschool and the schools, right? So I think to build something here in India, first we need to teach the kids how to actually innovate. So I think implementing innovation and creative cultures in schools is more important, because once you make them how to innovate and create, make the education like that, and only they can think of creating something. Otherwise, what they will do, they will think of assembling things, like learning and copybook stuff they will try to produce. But to innovate, if you look at US, it's ground level innovation that is happening. So I think it needs to be nurtured from the nursery schools to, like middle schools, and then go for the higher institutions.
Okay, Aditya, thank you.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And in fact, we are working on school level as well. And since it's about going to the government and changing the policies, so we can go one by one. And Indian young students are already flying to US, to those universities, which means they have got that education well enough. And they're working in those like universities and those companies and bringing innovation there. So if we have university in our country, these children will not go to US or Australia or UK to find good education. So we will have that university here in India.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Shakil. Shakil, but I want to kind of share some insight on this, because he actually touched a very raw nerve, which I do when I'm working with educators and parents. And I always start my program with parents and educators by saying, future. This will hurt a few of you who are teachers probably in the room, and parents. Future unready parents and teachers and education systems are preparing children for the future, not just in India, but the world over. All right? How can you innovate when you don't have a culture of failure? Can you innovate? We don't have a culture of failure. We are not a rat race anymore. We are a germ race. We are fighting 1.4 billion Indians to make that cut. Yes or no? If children are getting 100% in English literature, it's nothing to boast or be proud about. It's something to be scared about. That means our education system in India and the US are churning out zombies. Zombies who cannot think for themselves. There's no common sense. In Goa, we say, shinkon brute. After all the education, you're still an idiot. Right? Intelligence is not wisdom. Intelligence is not common sense. So I think common sense has to be hit hard and nailed, probably screwed into people's heads, that you need to have a culture of failure. There's no innovation without failure. Yes or no? How can you experiment and go to the next level? We are just creating people career mules. That's the system. Yes or no? You look at the education system in the US or in India. Why do people not ask the right questions? Why do they just fall for fake propaganda? Why? Is this a rational thinking, educated mind? Ask the question. So I think a lot has to change at a reform level, not just in India but the world over. Some European countries have that culture of failure. They have a culture where you can fail. Failure is not considered to be the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. Somebody spoke about it, right? So I think that culture of failure, if people are getting 100% in English literature and philosophy, it's not physics or algebra, no? To get 100%. That means we're actually creating zombies. So I think that entire mindset has to change. I think Edison said I failed 999 times and was successful. Right.
I think everybody, because you cannot reach the final product without making any mistake. It's very difficult. So once you encourage to be failed and embrace that failure, absolutely you have to be successful only later on. But the process will have many failed attempts.
Absolutely, so. Shakil. And you must have seen the song, some of you who came early. Our entire knowledge around the world, just puts us into a box. It does not open the box for us. So we took that song called Que Sera Sera. How many of you heard the song? Right? I've loved the song from childhood, but at a certain age I started questioning that song. Whatever will be, will be. Whatever you choose will be. You want a better world, you need to start living better. You need to start doing better. You need to start thinking better. And then that frivolity. Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? Who gives a damn whether you're handsome or rich or pretty? We are teaching everything wrong. Ask yourself, will you be a good human being? Will you be a good citizen? Will you be a good family member? If you're not all of that, how beautiful you are or how rich you are just makes me cry. And that's the truth of it. With all due respect to Harshil. Where's Harshil? He also came up and said, I'm very handsome. Right? Harshil, we are not giving you the Karmaveer this year. Okay, thank you. All right, over to you.
So,
on a lighter note, Harshil will get a Karmaveer.
yeah, so I kind of. Oh yeah, so I kind of firstly would like to slightly disagree with. I'm sorry, your name, sir? Aditya, sir. He said that we need an innovation culture in India. I feel there's an innovation culture in India, but it's not put to use. So I mean. In a way, I am an innovator myself, and the roots of that curiosity came from something called as Atal Innovation Mission. Anybody who has heard about AIM, Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog? So that is one thing personally I feel a very beautiful initiative by the government. I don't like most of the initiatives by them, but that's something that gave the roots to me and my curiosity, so I like that a lot. But here's the problem that I feel from being in the education space. I have innovated since almost 7th grade or almost since 6th grade. That's pretty much my middle school. Now I'm standing here as a 12th grader, and all of my innovation was in engineering, computer science, tech, and a lot of other domains, even business and entrepreneurship. But my future and fate as a science student is decided by 3 subjects: physics, chemistry, maths. Maths, I'll accept it. How is a computer science student supposed to know chemistry and supposed to compete with lakhs and lakhs of people around the world who probably mugged up a textbook, and how do we expect that student to stay in India and to prosper when he's not even getting the returns of whatever he studied and worked hard for in all these years? Right? So I think even from the perspective that you told that we can actually fund these political parties, whoever puts it in their manifesto of getting 100 world-class universities built. What are these world-class universities standing for? In US, it's a very good mixture of private and public universities working, where universities like Stanford have their own agenda, and universities like Georgia Tech, for example, or Harvard have their own agenda as well. So where are we really getting to? Because if you're going to give people with 1,500 crores of net worth who've gained that net worth as politicians from agricultural income, if we know what we're talking about here, then 30 crores to them will not be a big amount at all. So what is the actual, from a student perspective, what are we looking at and where are we lacking as a country altogether in education, that people like even me today have to actually aspire to study in US over India because I don't have the opportunities available to me here?
Yeah. Just 2 points. First is, sir said, so you disagree, but I agree, because majority of India probably you have not seen. So it is not the way probably you have studied. Majority of India, students still study with the chalk and talk, and they do not have smart classes. Even the schools where smart classes are there, only the classes are smart, teachers are not smart. So because enough teacher training is not available, I have worked with Niti Aayog also, and I know the sad reality. The mostly private schools, they get funding of approximately 18 to 16 lakh rupees, and they pay private, they ask private lab establishers to establish lab and make a bill of 18 lakh rupees and give them the same lab for 4 lakh rupees. So this is the reality. So that doesn't really happen that way. Okay. Secondly, your second question was about.
Where are we lacking?
Where are we really lacking? So why I said university? Because university has research departments. So researchers bring about the same thing Jerry was talking about. You make mistake, right? You think about it. You just do not look for jobs, right? You think about innovation. You bring creativity in the classroom, and those researchers make you bring jobs also. So as you were saying that they go there, but why do they really go there? Because they get paid more there, right?
No, I would humbly like to kind of because I'm living this thing right now. The reason I want to go to US is because I know that I won't find an opportunity worthy enough for me in India. Because if my future depends on 3 exams, and that one day or 2 slots of exams, and all of the hard work that I've done from the past 6-7 years is not going to be even considered, right? Then somewhere in the other country, it is a holistic profile review. They see what I've done and over the years that I've contributed to. Then my overall instinct would help, kind of project me to go there, or would push me to go there instead of take my lesser chances here, right? So that was my question. Where are we lacking in that
Who creates
connection?
those opportunities?
I'm sorry?
Who creates those opportunities that you look for outside?
The universities.
Who are these people? No. The people who study in those universities. So
Okay.
people like Steve Jobs create those opportunities, and to work in Apple, we go to US. So this is how it works. And people who go to those universities like Mark Zuckerberg, even he did not like complete it, but the kind of opportunities they get there, they get freedom of thinking freely. There was this incident, probably you must have heard, that he kind of hacked the entire system because they were running internal Facebook for the university,
Right.
and he was about to like kicked out of the university, but he said that you should improve because you see that I have hacked, so probably somebody else also can hack, right? So, and then he was not like really kicked out. So those kind of possibilities happen in that university, and people who are studying there, those create opportunities that we Indians look outside. So this is probably the answer of that question.
Got it, sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Shakil.
Can I have a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Can I have? Hi.
Okay, Aditya, done. Please sit. Just pull him down. Yeah. Okay. Aditya, thank you. You know, I just want to share something. You know, I think my young friend provoked me to share this. I think we pay too much attention to brand of education. That's the problem.
Yes.
And the problem is everybody goes to, like my dear friend P. Sainath says. P. Sainath is the person who wrote a book called Everyone Loves a Drought, where he talks about how the rich politicians, bureaucrats, and the royalty exploit the commoners, the farmers, the people who are actually doing the real work on the ground, right? And I told you a story of Lakshman Singh earlier. Lakshman Singh, where does he stay? In a place called Lapodia. Where's my young friend who asked about this? Since you're going abroad, here's an insight for you. Lakshman Singh, since 2013, when his story was first published in my book called Karmaveer, has become a case study in universities all around the world. That this man is doing pure agricultural science and environmental engineering. Right? So he's also a case study in the IITs in India. He's a case study in MIT in the US. He's a case study in a lot of schools and colleges in the UK. And the only Ivy League institute, since you all are such Ivy League fans, who mostly have their investments in the military industrial complex. Truth for you. So they're actually churning out slaves for the military industrial complex. Here's the truth, right? So Cornell, have you heard of Cornell? Cornell is the only Ivy League university which has a course and a degree for agricultural science. So it's become a case study over there also. And all the students from the top universities of the world who are studying, they're not learning, mind you. They study, they don't learn. Therein lies the problem. And that's why learning to learn is the most essential skill of the future again, right? The students studying in all the top universities also pay their airfare and come to India to meet Lakshman Singh. Ye banda kar kya raha hai? What is this guy doing? And Lakshman Singh, they say, can you call him to the hotel, Jerry? I'm like, he won't come to your hotel, man. He doesn't step into 5-star hotel. If you want to learn from him, you got to go to Lapodia. So in Lapodia, outside his mud house, he has a small courtyard where he has chatais, mats, locally made mats. They have to go and sit there. And with a slate, which is half the size, less than 1/10 of a big blackboard, on a slate, he explains to them what is the science that they do to convert and transform wastelands into wetlands, and how they do environmental engineering. And these students from your top universities of the world, US, UK universities, all over. And I ask them, what will you do when you get your degree? You'll join Monsanto, right? Or you'll join Apple. Because all you're looking at is monetizing your education. And here's the surprise for you. The guy they're learning from has never stepped into a school or a college. He's learned everything on his own. And what works for him, that is not working for all the students from the top universities of the world. So here's the insight for you. It is not your degree. It is not your high percentage. It is not your brand of education. It is not your competence. It is not your talent. It is surely not your title or position that takes you places and beyond. What takes you places and beyond is your character. And that's what they don't teach you in school, college, or home. Never forget that. Thank you.
Sir, I have some questions for you. I'm a corporate trainer, I'm a soft skill trainer, and I am also a public speaking trainer. But my question to you, apart from that, is that I have been training many people, around 8,000 students all over the world, one-on-one basis. But the thing is that I also train people who can't afford universities. And believe me, I have seen so much. They are more talented. Those people who can't afford even a university, they can't afford a school. They are more talented. Like as Sir said, if you say software engineering, I haven't seen a person with so much of talent in India that guy has. But he doesn't get a job and he can't go to the higher levels. Why? He doesn't know English. उसको जाके बोलते हैं कम्युनिकेशन सीख के आओ तुम फिर बात करना. That guy has from a vernacular school. He says English is difficult. I am teaching him day and night. I am working with him that okay, you go to next level. Okay, I'll help you out there. But still, तुम नीचे से हो, तुमको नहीं मिलेगा जॉब ऐसा. हाई लेवल पे नहीं जाओगे तुम. There a government school comes and helps him and gives jobs, though they are not equipped. I agree with you. But still, it's a dream for every 90% of India to go to that government school and learn something, at least even if they are not equipped, at least they will get a job to make their families survive, which they can't afford a private university. A private university will come, the cost of education will go up. So what do you have to say about them for those people who can't afford? I'm taking many of them. They're coming in nights and they're studying after their job. For them, which university will you open?
This question was for me?
For anybody who can answer it. Everybody was talking about government jobs, government colleges are not good.
Okay, before I come to the main point, so we also get a lot of biases when we receive information. So let's say you probably would be hearing that a lot of ISs come from Bihar.
Yeah.
Right, everybody hears that Bihar people are like so good in maths. So that doesn't make Bihar the best education state of India.
No.
Why? Because those are successful stories. These are people only like 1 in a lakh, right?
1 in a lakh.
And those stories are celebrated so much that they really put a blind sheet on other people who have been struggling because they could not get good education. Right?
They don't have it.
पीपल के पेड़ के नीचे पढ़ के ना एक बच्चा तो कुछ भी बन ही जाएगा, ये बन जाएगा, लेकिन सिर्फ उसका मतलब ये नहीं कि पीपल के पेड़ लगा दिया जाए और बच्चों को वहां पे पढ़ाना स्टार्ट कर दिया जाए. So this is not how it happens. Education must be improved. If you look at country like India, where 150 करोड़ लोग, ठीक है, उनको अगर पढ़ाना है तो हमें एवरेज को ऊपर करना पड़ेगा.
वही मेरा सवाल ही वही है, एवरेज को कैसे मिलेगा?
यूनिवर्सिटी जिसकी मैंने बात की थी, यूनिवर्सिटी, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट गवर्नमेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज. IITs do not charge that much. Probably she was talking about the private universities. So those charge. अगर government लेती है responsibility, let's say Finland में education system free है, right? So आपका सारे schools free हैं, लेकिन world class schools हैं. वो इसीलिए because government run कर रही है.
Okay, thank you, Shakil. Just quickly, because everybody is waiting for lunch. Yes,
I'll answer your question.
Murtaza, please keep it short.
Yes.
I think I said it's all about intention to reduce the cost.
Hello.
Actually educate those people, but we don't have that intention to do that. Somebody like SpaceX has to come to India, an organization in education domain, who actually wants to do that. 10% education inflation is there in India. We are working towards reducing the cost of education by 10% every year. And eventually the education should be free for everybody. We should not be paying for education.
Thank you. Thank you, Nitya.
My question to Shakil. Your idea is good. You are thinking of a better India. You are talking about collecting money and giving to some political party who is giving in its manifesto that they are going to make some world-class universities. 2 questions. The first one is, what is the guarantee that the party whom we are going to donate for putting this in manifesto will come into the power? Second question. Do you think in India, political parties after coming into the power implement whatever there is in the manifesto?
Very good question. Exactly. So बहुत अच्छा. But thinking about this, we should not stop taking steps. This is one. Secondly, anybody working in corporate, anyway working for government for 4 months, which means paying 30% taxes for getting things that you want and you are not getting anyway, right? pitching this idea will make every party to put this into their manifesto, because the number is so large. In case we are able to achieve that number, they might have to do it. And answer is, again, I quoted मंदिर बना दिया तो यूनिवर्सिटी भी बनेगी डेफिनेटली, अगर मांगेंगे और मांगते रहेंगे तो। शायद ना बने इस बार, शायद अगली बार, लेकिन डेफिनेटली डिमांड शुड बी राइट. अगेन, Kejriwal is criticized a lot for whatever he has done to Delhi. One thing that he has done good to politics is that he has talked about schools. Whether he has done it or not done it is another story. But other parties have talking about the same, कि हम भी बनाएंगे अच्छे schools. So जो मुद्दा है ना वो shift हो गया है. So वो shift करने की बहुत जरूरत है कि हम मंदिर से निकल के स्कूल में जाएं पहले.
Okay. Over lunch, sir. Over lunch. Thank you. Yes. Keep it quick and short, sir.
Yes, there are a few things which I wanted to highlight because I come from the Ministry of Education. I would like to ask this question to all. How many of you have seen a political manifesto or any government servant from Ministry of Education coming and telling any education institute to establish a placement cell in their college? Has any minister from the government came on the Red Fort and said, आपके कॉलेज में प्लेसमेंट सेल बनाओ, जैसे मोदी जी ने स्टार्टअप इंडिया के बारे में कहा? कभी आपने सुना है? क्या आपने कभी सुना है? नहीं सुना. नहीं. हर कॉलेज ने खुद से किया. हर कॉलेज, हर इंस्टीट्यूशन ने समझा कि हम रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, हम स्टूडेंट्स को इनटेक ले रहे हैं, तो हमें जिम्मेदारी लेनी है कि उनके लिए हम अच्छा भविष्य बनाएं. इसीलिए उन्होंने प्लेसमेंट सेल बनाए. वो वैल्यू चेन अपने आप क्रिएट हुई है ओवर द लास्ट 15-20 odd years, एंड वी हैव सीन दैट हैपनिंग. Today, we have a parallel value chain created. 1,269 incubation centers are there in the country. Today, if you want to do a startup, it's the easiest day. You have an idea. You go to the incubation center, you pitch your idea. If the incubation center says, yes, we will incubate you, you get 20 lakh rupees seed fund, which was not there earlier.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Murtaza.
2 seconds, sir.
Last. People are waiting for lunch. People are waiting for
quickly.
lunch.
Ministry of Education, AICT, what Innovation Cell, all the institutions we have, 15,000 institutes have IICs. Institution Innovation Council, we talk about culture of innovation, it is coming intrinsic. 70-year-long activities we are conducting with all these institutes. How many of you might be aware of the IICs and the School Innovation Council. It is how we can empower them and bringing industry, because industry ka sir investment research mein India mein hai hi nahi. So how we can do that, that's a big challenge. Okay? Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Can you just hold on? You are from the ministry, right? Ministry of Education.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a controversial insight faced by myself. So I am Dr. Murtaza. I am a cyber scientist, a cyber crime lawyer, and a cyber forensics expert. I will name the university where I was victimized for brand biases. The university is NMIMS. Okay, they interviewed me 4 times for a digital transformation and a digital disruption faculty. They said, you have done your PhD from Rai University. It's not a great university. They demeaned my university. They said, oh, वो तो छोटा मोटा university है. So I told them, sir, छोटा मोटा नहीं. It is one of the best universities where knowledge is inculcated inside you. Characters are made. During COVID time, that was the only university which trained us to understand right thesis, gave us the practical knowledge, and with that practical knowledge, my thesis became a case study for all India, because my thesis had 1% plagiarism check. 1%. Which means I wrote the thesis myself, 99%. 1% is a benchmark. Today, everybody should hear, I am the professor for digital transformation and digital disruption for IIT, IIM, XRI, and for Flame University. Brand biases are not going to take you anywhere.
No,
and character is what defines you.
NMIMS is a deemed university. How much role do we
You are, oh, so I have my fellow here. She's an ex-Rai University student.
Okay, thank you, Murtaza.
And they name universities and they demean universities.
Thank you. Yes. One last.
Yeah, I just wanted to add you one thing. Everyone is talking about international. We, in India, we have the world's largest prototyping center which is available in Hyderabad. You name about technology, we're talking about only designs. Designs also has different verticals there. So in Hyderabad alone, you have around 7 different vertical institutes that are working only for design engineering. So you want to do it, we have that space available. There are multiple places in India, the numbers were been given earlier.
Okay, over lunch, please share notes. Yes, ma'am. Final insight before lunch.
Okay,
Yes.
I have a question. You were all talking about universities. So, I feel most of the people who are even coming to government universities in India are coming from private schools. If you go look at the government schools, I volunteered in several government schools in Karnataka. The quality is pretty low for infrastructure, teaching, everything. So what ideas do you have to help the general school population, which is not able to afford the private education at the level of schooling, to even be able to come to either a government university or private university? I mean, you're all focusing on, private universities and government universities. What about schooling? Where from a young age, the children are not able to afford anything, they don't have the resources, so they're not even going to be able to come to this point of coming to university.
Valid, ma'am. But as I said, we are going one by one. So we have picked up one issue. So we're working on it. Simultaneously, we also work with a lot of schools. I myself work with approximately 4,000 schools across country. And we know the reality that you're talking about, which I was mentioning, because government schools, like literally, they do not have even like blackboard. Blackboard is also broken in most of the government schools. That is the reality. I totally understand. But for this particular thing, we have picked up the university because we think about the design. So that was the point. But of course, this should be done, and we have champions of change here. Probably, if not me, somebody else will pick up that issue. And start working on the government schools also.
Yeah, what...
Okay, ma'am. Over lunch. Thank you. Thank you, Shakil. Thank you, Nitya. Thank you, Devanjali. Thank you, Shekhar. We break for lunch at 2:55. We come back at sharp 3:40. 3:40. Please come back on time. Thank you. Lunch is served in the cafeteria. We come back at 3:40, please.